The world of iPhones, iPads, and selfies, we note that there are too many of us with too many personal agendas. And we must teach our people to be concerned for each other, to lift each other up. I know that entitlement is a word that is a buzzword in the TCI, and for some it is a big issue. But I believe that each country, each citizen of that country ought to feel a sense of entitlement. When we go to the United States, there are two lines, one for citizens and one for non-citizens. And there's no apology for that. They're saying to us that as democratic as they are, there is an entitlement. I said to someone, if TCI Islanders cannot feel entitled in TCI, then where else could we feel entitled? We must not apologize for feeling entitled, but we must also teach our people that with entitlement comes responsibility. That with entitlement comes a privilege. Teach our children to offer honest day work for honest day pay. To get to work on time and to perform their duties to the best of their abilities. Always giving 100%. Stop looking for excuses to stay home. Note that partying hard the night before does not qualify you to stay home the day after. Be professional on the job. Be objective. Not everyone there is against you. Be open to constructive criticism. We must realize and teach our people that there is a difference between qualification and certification. That qualification speaks to the experience we have on the job, whereas certification speaks to an academic achievement. One has to understand this truth and to share it with our people. Our foreparents worked at every level in this country. And we must also teach our people to not only seek to hold prestigious positions in the TCI, but we must seek to hold all positions in the TCI. That just as we must aspire to become premier, we must also aspire to become plumbers. Just as we must also aspire to be governor, we must also aspire to be janitor. That there's nothing wrong with working not only at the high echelons, but even at the lower scale or the lower areas of our society. This, my friends, is claiming our heritage. But we must also leave a legacy. As I take my seat today, I beg our generation to not only pass on what the generations before has passed on to us, but we must seek to be instruments of change. That there are some things in our land that we must seek to change. One of these things is that we must seek to address the challenges of our immigration. We are raising a people who, although they are born here, are rejected by here. And those who, although born here, reject the TCI. The dangers of this is that we are investing into these people who will leave us, who feel disloyalty to us, who are disassociated with us. We must approach this immigration dilemma not with emotions, but with sensitivity, being practical, with equity, and with sustainability. Not looking for what is politically expedient or what will win the next election, but what is good for the best, or what is good for the growth and the advancement of the TCI on the whole. We must be careful, friends, how we treat those who come in to be with us. For we must remember that the national hero we celebrate today, his father also came in to be among us. We have received a divided TCI. We are divided by ocean. We are divided by how we were inhabited. We are divided by religion. We are divided by politics. We must hold high. We must hold high, friends, a picture of unity. That divided, we fall, but united, we will continually stand. We must hold this model of unity before our people. We must, as a people, hold the truth that whether you are from the historic Salinas of Salt Cay or from the prestigious shores of Providenciales, without apology or need for justification, you are a Turks and Caicos Islander. For unity does not require singleness of mind, but unity does require singleness of heart. It does not require that all of us agree on all things, but it does require that all of us agree on the important things. And so I am convinced on this May 25th, 2015, that we must push past what we cannot change and embrace ourselves as TC Islanders. For united we stand, divided we fall. I believe today that just as Bahamians are proud of the Bahamas, that just as Trinidadians and Tobagonians are proud of Trinidad and Tobago, just as Jamaicans are proud of Jamaica and Americans are proud of America, we too have every right to be proud of this beautiful by nature, Turks and Caicos Island. It was sad of King David. Now when David has served God's purpose in his own generation, he fell asleep. He was buried with his ancestors and his body decayed. Friends, we too have been called to serve this generation. Let us find the social and the political will to impress upon the future the changes that need to occur. Let us shape this TCI into the TCI that God wants it to be. Let us leave a legacy behind for those who will follow. You may ask why, and I say to you, rather you may ask how. I say to you, the Bible gives us a formula. God told the children of Israel as they were about to enter their prosperity. He says, keep these words that I am commanding you today in your heart. Recite them to your children and talk to them when you are at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you rise. Bind them as a sign on your hand. Fix them as an emblem on your forehead and write them on the doorpost of your house and on your gates. My mother used to always tell me about what used to be. And she would tell me the story over and over and over again. And I said to her, Mommy, I tired of hearing that story. And she would say, as long, I don't care if you're tired, I can tell you again and again. I say to say this to you, friends. Do not get weary of telling our children where we've come from. Do not get weary of telling them our story. Do not grow weary of telling them who we are as a people. For if we don't tell them, the story will never be told. And I believe that when we play our part in this moment of history, that when our time has come for us to exit the stage of life, and we will pass on this TCI to the generation to come, they will be able to receive it and to say about us, the lot has fallen to us in fair grounds. Yea, we have a goodly heritage. Amen.